Here comes your 90-day fiance. Your 90-day fiance recap. With Allie and Melissa.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News 90-Day Fiancé Recap. I'm Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
This is a podcast where we'll discuss the latest episodes in the 90-Day universe. You know what I realized? When we started doing the recaps, we had 4 different...
I don't know how we did that. Looking back now, I'm like, oh, we have 2 episodes. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, were our podcast episodes like 3 hours long? How did we do?
I don't know.
Because we had Last Resort UK before the 90 days,
UK.
and
then we started the new 90 day.
Yeah, so
we started with
insane.
3, then it went up to 4,
and then now we're at 2.
Now we're
then back
to
3, then 2.
Yes.
So. Wow.
Wow.
We have a Patreon. Our true crime episodes are now only available at patreon.com/webcrawlers for $5 a month. You will get anywhere from 2 to 4 episodes a month, which is, wow, how exciting for $5. There is a new Twin Flames documentary on Netflix that just got released.
Gotta watch
I started
that.
watching it. Yeah. And Melissa and I will do a little like mini
Is it a movie or a series?
Series. I think it's 3 episodes. And
Just make it
there's
a movie. Just make it a movie.
I know it's ridiculous, but there's some new information which is crazy. One thing I didn't realize is that they I don't think they said this in the Amazon Prime, but they turned part of it into a church so that they wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah, so like there's no bigger scam than that.
Yeah.
You're obviously after money, and there's some other stuff that's really funny. So also please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline and leave a voicemail if you would like to be on our mailbag episodes. One thing I'm really interested in is, do you know any weird cult or conspiracies that haven't been discussed yet, like on a public forum?
Right.
Were you part of a cult that or something like that? Someone told me about this twin ray cult that is kind of like an offshoot of the Twin Flames cult. If you guys know of anything like that, please let us know.
Let us know.
Our number is
626-63 for 2069. Nice.
Some updates on 90 Day Fiancé. Igor/Justin. We could probably get into this in the individual segments, but this is outside the scope of what's happening on the episodes. But Igor/Justin, who's dating Nikki, he at one point dressed up as a Nazi for Halloween.
Very Prince Harry of him.
Yeah, exactly. And he had posted it on his Instagram a while ago, and people found it, of course, because once you go on reality TV or any TV, people are going to go back there.
If you've done anything at all weird or bad in your life, it will come up.
Yeah, you gotta scrub yourself from the internet. And I guess instead of apologizing, he doubled down. And he was just like, you don't get Halloween in Europe. You don't understand how we like, and he was like, haven't you ever had fun before? You don't understand Halloween in Europe. And then eventually he deleted the post, but people have screenshots on Reddit. So
Prince
that's
Harry
interesting.
apologized for it.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't realize, I mean, you realize, but I don't know.
Igor was like,
you doubled down. Yeah,
I own it.
Double down.
It was funny. I had fun. Fuck you. Okay.
He was just
respect.
like language difference.
Respect.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Rob of Sophie and Rob, who takes dumps at work and lives in a garage, he has been arrested in the past for what was it like? Getting in fights or something.
Takes dumps at work and lives in a garage.
That's how I want to be. I want that on my tombstone.
He was 17 years old when he was arrested. His mugshot came out. He says that the arrest was for pointing a BB gun out of his car at an apartment, but it resulted in a misdemeanor charge.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't really be doing that.
So that's what he
But I mean, it's still
said.
stupid.
I mean, yeah, pointing a gun out of a car at an appointment.
At an appointment.
Hey,
Mister. Yeah, it's just not. It's not a good idea. It's funny because so many of the people on 90 Day Fiance have a criminal record.
Did you see?
And
Nikki's?
they just.
Someone, did I send this to you? I don't know that I sent it to you. I found on Reddit, someone found Nikki's this past year arrested in New Jersey for like insurance / medical fraud, not paying the bills.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Yeah. It was her name, like Nicole Sanders.
But I mean, other people have domestic abuse charges and restraining orders. Like there's some intense stuff that people have had in their past, and TLC is like good television. These seem like people we should follow around for relationships. It's television. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you followed in the past at all, Darcy and Stacy, they're the famous twins from the show. They got their own TV show from 90 Day Fiance. They love plastic surgery. They've been to Turkey for plastic surgery before.
Oh, right.
Not with Sarper and Shekinah, but they released a video on their Instagram stories of being like, it was a sponsored post essentially, but they look insane.
It is.
It's a filter, but why would you? We'll post it or post a screenshot of it. They look like.
They make Nikki look normal.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. They make Nikki look normal.
Yes.
Yeah, they make Nikki look like the girl next door. So that's what's so crazy. And then finally, last but not least, Kimberly, who married TJ in India, in an Instagram, she was talking shit about Jenny and Sumit, who were also a couple who got married in India. Sumit was Indian. Jenny was like a 65-year-old woman from
They're
Palm
still
Springs.
together, right?
Yeah, they're still together. And if you want to click on this video, Jenny and Sumit released a statement because Kimberly was saying like they're a fake couple. Their whole storyline is fake. I don't have any respect for them. And I guess Jenny and Sumit released some sort of rebuttal. I haven't listened to it yet. So
I'm here to say thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys. We really appreciate all the love and support, and you guys really had our backs.
My God, we didn't even knew about that thing was going on social media until we received some screenshots, and we are so happy to see that you guys are having our back. Like you love us, support us, and that's really we are honored.
Yeah, that made us feel so good. It really helped us a lot because it was a little hurtful what we saw, what was said about us, and it was hurtful. So it made us feel so much better to know that we have you guys out there loving us and just having our back, basically.
Yeah, we are trying not to do any kind of controversy.
We're trying to stay out of the drama, actually.
But everybody has a breaking point.
Yeah, they sure do. Jenny sure does.
Yeah, so thank you so much. We're here to say thank you all. And keep loving us. We love you too. Goodbye. Have a wonderful life.
Goodbye, wonderful.
Goodbye, have a wonderful life. Namaste.
Namaste. If you have watched, their coupling is very interesting. And one time they took a tantric yoga class, and Jenny broke his penis. Yes. So if you haven't watched 90 Day Fiance, that should be a
they
reason
seem like
for you too.
They're genuinely in love.
Honestly, and it's a crazy pairing. I mean,
it really is.
He's a handsome-ish.
They both catfished each other, or did he?
I think
catfish her?
He catfished her. I think.
Yeah, and then she met him and was like, "Oh no, I still like you."
Yeah, I was like, "Why not?" Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into it. 90 Day Fiance, Season 10, Episode 5, Committed in Matrimony. Do you want to get into psycho-ass Sophie and Rob?
We see Rob still talking about wanting a family. We realize that Rob didn't even ask Sophie why she's afraid of being pregnant.
Yeah, because they've never talked about anything in their life.
They've never talked about anything important in their life. And so Sophie's explains to him, I had this thing in my ovary and I thought I could have died and I don't know if I can have a child and it was traumatic and I just don't want to be pregnant.
Yeah, it's my mom had an atopic pregnancy or ectopic, whatever it's called, after me, obviously. But there's like a lot of complications you can have if you have like ovary issues or uterine issues. It's not as easy as just plopping out a baby.
Did she have to get her fallopian tube removed?
Yeah.
Damn, because that's what happens. It's when the baby starts developing in the fallopian tube before it gets to...
Yeah, she was in extreme, like excruciating pain.
Yeah, I know people who have had
didn't know she was pregnant. And she went to the hospital and was like, if this had exploded, like you could have died of internal bleeding. And
it's crazy.
She had to it's insane.
It's traumatic. So like...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Rob's like, I just want to raise some little me's.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. The world is like, no, thank you.
No. And Sophie's like, well, like, surrogacy might be an option if she's
because he wants his seed. He doesn't want to adopt. He wants to spread his seed.
He doesn't, gross. So, but also like surrogacy, it's expensive.
Yeah.
How are you going to pay for a surrogate? It's like, I think it's like $30,000 to $40,000.
Right. And then also
on top of
having a baby,
egg retrieval.
Yeah.
Another 10 grand or whatever. Like it's so expensive.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I would want kids based on like how much they cost, and I'm very fortunate to like eventually have family money that I will probably come into, and I don't want to. I'm scared of how much it costs to raise a child.
I know, it's really crazy how expensive it is, but then like you realize people who grew up, I grew up and like barely had any money, and I'm like, how did I survive?
I don't know how people do it.
Live off of $30,000 a year. Like how? Like they had a whole house. You're in Michigan, but like things are cheaper.
Yeah, well,
there,
and things were different back then too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it is expensive. It's expensive. So then Sophie does a FaceTime with her mom.
I saw a tweet that was like, you cannot pay me enough to believe that this family's rich.
That's what they say, right? That's what Sophie says.
Yeah, and what Rob says, that they grew up with like butlers and chefs in Dubai and London.
But do they still have that money? Because it doesn't seem like it. Because Sophie's like, eventually she leaves Rob's apartment and like has to find somewhere to stay. And it's like not that nice.
No. It seems, I don't know. It seems because they don't talk about that money not being there anymore. But based on kind of the appearance of the mom and the background of
what kind of money, like,
and the manner of the way Sophie dresses and stuff, it's just like kind of interesting. I'm curious about these loads of money and these butlers in Dubai.
Maybe they've been told that they have lots of money somewhere. I don't know. Like how much? I don't know. It's weird. Because I don't know why she's like freaking out about like, where am I going to stay? What am I going to do? Like if you have money, rent an apartment or fly back home. So I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But Sophie, she wants to go to the club.
Yeah.
Because she's 23.
Well, we should go back a second. Sophie's talking to her mom about this issue. Well, Sophie's mom at first is like, I apologize for the things I've said about Rob. Like, you love him and that's your fiance. And then Sophie's like, okay, well, plot twist. We've kind of gotten like our huge
get a load of this.
Yeah, we've gotten a really big argument.
Right.
And we've never talked about kids before. And Sophie's mom makes a good statement of like, you should decide if you actually want kids or not, because if you and Rob like have kids and then something happens, then you're the one who's stuck with the kid essentially. So, decide whether or not what you want. Anyways, then the club.
Then the club. She wants to go to the club because she's 23, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Which is what you do when you're 23 in LA.
Yeah.
And she's like getting dressed and getting ready, and Rob is like, he says that he doesn't want to go to the club because there's a chance a woman would flirt with him and he would get in trouble.
Right.
Okay.
Have you ever been anywhere with your significant other where you just start flirting with someone else when your significant other is there with you?
No.
Yeah, like what is wrong with him? He's so weird.
He thinks like women are just going to come up to him
Yeah, right.
and be like,
in his
oh,
dreams.
you're so hot.
Yeah.
You're so
Also-
hot. Ditch this zero.
Yeah. He also says that going to the club costs $100 to get in. Is that true?
I don't know what club he's going to.
I haven't been to
It
a
doesn't
club in
cost-
15
I've never-
years.
Well, I've been
No.
to, I guess I've been to clubs in LA where there's like a cover charge of like
Yeah.
maybe $20 for, but rarely. I don't.
Yeah. And I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
girls usually have to pay that.
Does he mean like drinks and stuff?
Yeah, or did he get a table or something?
Oh, I guess to get a bottle service.
Yeah, but
He-
even
they
that
didn't-
would be more than that.
They didn't do bottle service.
No. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking. Unless things have changed, I don't know. Let us
not
know if you go to the
$100.
club and how it all works now. We're
I
like,
guess I haven't been to
okay,
the club
boomer. Yeah,
in 15 years, so I don't know. Maybe it is.
I only know about 6 p.m. dinners.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and even that. Whew.
Yeah, I don't
That's
even know
like-
about the club.
So they get to the club. They're outside. I think it's downtown LA. I think that's where the club
really?
is. Because I thought it was Hollywood Boulevard,
I
but
thought
then
it was
I
like WeHo.
googled there was like Bank of California, and I googled it, and I did Street View.
Oh
and
my
it
God, you
was
psycho.
And it was DTLA
Interesting.
at a club called Elevate, because there was one across.
Oh,
the
I
street.
think I've heard of Elevate.
Yeah, and I think it's on the rooftop of. 'Cause
Okay,
they were
yeah,
like,
I know.
okay. So yeah, they meet Tarai at the club, and
Who's
he's
on cocaine.
that's what it was.
That his eyes are bulging out of his head, and he's talking a mile a minute.
He's talking to Sophie about because he saw Sophie on an app, or
Yeah.
was it someone he knows saw Sophie on an app?
He says he saw, but this is what I think happened. I think that Sophie was on Bumble BFF. And
what is that?
okay, oh yeah, you've been in a relationship
I
for a
don't
while.
know.
Okay, so Bumble started this thing where there's Bumble BFF and like Bumble Work. So you can be on the Bumble dating side, or there's Bumble BFF where you can just search for people who want like friends in your area.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I guess like guys can search for guys or girls can search for girls. And it's not like same sex dating. It's
Right.
I'm interested in hiking. Find other people near you who are interested in hiking.
And Sophie did meet another girl, Soraya, I think that's what her name, on this app, on Bumble
Yeah.
BFF or whatever.
So what I'm guessing either happened is that maybe she opened the app and it started on the Bumble dating and she like had to
Switched
switch
it
it
to
to the
BFF.
Bumble BFF. Maybe he saw her in the interim time before she switched.
Yeah.
Or a girl saw her on Bumble BFF and then she told Tarai or whatever, like, oh, I saw Sophie on a dating
Right.
app. And then it just got misconstrued.
But he's being like super annoying about it. He's like, oh, and how did you meet this girl on an
Yeah,
app?
he's
And
a-
she's like,
he's
yeah,
a
I met
dork.
her on an app. And he's just being fucking weird about it.
Yeah.
But then we realize Sophie admits that she hasn't told Rob that she's bi.
Right. Yeah.
So I forgot about that.
Yeah. And she's not interested in this girl sexually. Like
yeah.
they are just friends, but she is bisexual and hasn't told Rob about that.
Which is like, ugh, that's now he's gonna like freak out about that.
It's going
He's
to be
gonna
or be
lose-
super interested. I think it could go both ways.
Right. Yeah. So they're at the club. They're drinking and like, I don't know. They do whatever they do
It's
at
stupid.
the club.
Yeah, they
It's
do their
stupid.
weird club stuff.
They
Yeah.
do their club stuff. And then we get the text over the
Yeah.
screen, which always means shit went down.
Yeah, the Law and Order text.
You're like, yes, what happened? So
Yeah.
it says Sophie called the producers to say she moved out of Rob's apartment the previous night and rented her own place. And you're like, oh shit.
It looks like an Airbnb, right? It's not like an apartment. It looked like an Airbnb to me.
I was trying to figure out what it was. I think it's also near downtown LA because it was like she was up high. It was a high rise, or not high rise, but she was up. And I was like, is it a hotel room? But there was a kitchen.
Ugly ass hotel room. The
It was a
decor was weird.
kitchen. I think it might have been a room like in a condo or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't like hotel nice. It was like weird pillows on the bed or something. It was kind of gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess she's staying there for however long. And she said that she left because she looked at his phone.
She had a dream or a hunch.
Yeah, she had a dream.
Yeah, she had a prophetic dream to look at his phone.
It's like, you don't need an excuse. Just look at his phone.
Yeah, just look at his phone. Yeah.
Who cares? Just look at his phone. She found an app where he was getting nudes and quote unquote disgusting videos from
It was
women.
OnlyFans, right? He must have been paying for... Because what app would it be?
Yeah, what app would it be where like girls would just send you nudes?
Also, is I don't know, is OnlyFans an app? Like, can you get it as an app or is it just a website?
Well, I'm sure you can, right?
I don't know. I mean, that would be crazy if they didn't have an app.
I'm sure. I bet it was. He probably
Yeah,
is like has subscriptions too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and that must have been... That's an interesting question. Okay, so I would like to pose this question to our listeners.
Uh-oh.
I don't care. Should I start an OnlyFans? I obviously don't care if my guy looks at porn. Like, that's
Right.
whatever. But if my guy had a like subscription to OnlyFans and was like paying to look at like a certain girl and was like communicating with that girl, I think
that's
that
not
crosses
okay.
a line, right? Like
That's not okay. Yeah. No, that's yeah, no.
Yeah, I think that seems like pursuing a certain person.
I mean, if you have
and
a
like
certain
that-
like porn star that you're into and you search their videos to watch them and not like porn, whatever, tube, hub.
yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah. Yeah, those old things. Yeah.
Whatever. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, but don't go the step further and
I think when you're like,
pay.
well, I
for
mean, no, paying
something.
for porn is fine, I guess, right? That's-
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess
I don't
right.
know. But having
I see,
an
that's my question.
OnlyFans and for a certain person, sending them messages and videos, that's not
Right.
okay.
But I mean, I guess also that's my question. Like, let's say you're not even communicating, but you are your man does pay for
Right.
OnlyFans and is paying for a certain person.
That would upset me.
That would upset me too. But
I don't know.
I don't know. I think that they would just be the interest in a certain person. Like, it feels more
If they
intimate
had,
than
if
just
Martin
looking at
had an
porn.
explanation, like a reasonable explanation for
I'm just
paying
not
for
sexually
OnlyFans.
attracted to you, Malika. See, that's like, I don't know. I would
don't
love to
know.
hear other people's opinions because
That would
I don't
make me. I would not be okay.
I
with
would
that.
feel like I wouldn't be okay with it either.
Yeah.
Even if they're
Yeah.
not communicating or anything, I just would feel weird.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I don't know. I would just feel weird.
I would feel weird too.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
So
Yeah, if you guys are listening, Melissa and I would feel weird.
I would feel weird.
Adam Martin.
But she said, no wonder he never asked me for videos or pictures or like sex or nudes or anything because he's like getting them from
Somewhere else.
Yeah. That's the worst feeling when you see
Yeah.
something on your boyfriend's phone and you're like,
I can feel it.
oh,
It's
you're
bad.
cheating on me. I knew it.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you have that gut feeling, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's the worst.
you know.
So hopefully they break up.
Yeah. What's weird though, and what is confusing is she's like, what am I going to do now? Like, I gave up so much to be here with Rob and
Right.
come to America. I don't know. And she's like, Rob didn't give up anything and he just gets to live his life now. What am I going to do? And my first thought is go back to England.
Right.
What's even the problem? So this makes me think, okay, so was her incentive then to come to America? And so now she's upset that she doesn't get to stay in America? Because why wouldn't she just go back home?
Because she lived with her mom, right?
Yeah.
And she packed up so much stuff because she had a lot of suitcases. I guess she was planning on staying for like, whatever, forever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Getting married and then...
They had to get married, yeah.
Yeah, so I think...
It makes me think her incentive was that
right,
she wants to stay in America.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is kind of annoying that you're like, oh, maybe like you left, like you said your goodbyes to everyone. You're like, I'm going to America, getting married. And now like going back is like, ugh, I don't want to go back. Like I already fucking packed up everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She got to find another American man real quick.
Yeah, 90 days.
Yeah, 90 days. Then we have Nikki and Igor / Justin. Still, they're at the park still, and Nikki's in full makeup. She's still pressuring Justin for sex. She's been there 48 hours, by the way. And
it's only been 48 hours.
Yeah, this is her second day there.
Oh my God, it feels like a week.
I know. Well, that's what's so crazy is I feel bad for him, honestly, is I think she's expecting their whole relationship to be turned around in 2 days. Yeah. And whether maybe they haven't seen each other in 7 years or whatever, and they've been talking for 7 years now. Right. So it seems like they've been reconciling for a long time, but they've only been in person 2 days. Like, he's not going to just fuck her immediately. He has stuff he's trying to get over still. Yeah. She says, I've never been deprived of sex before in my life. He's not like depriving you. It's been 2 days. No. And you dropped a bombshell on him. It's going to take a second for him to warm up in person.
Yeah, it's a big bombshell for him to get over.
And, like they're cuddling. They're being emotionally intimate.
Yeah, work up to that.
Intimate in other ways, It's interesting. So she is like, I pay for everything. Mm-hmm. He said that he's like, you only send me gas money.
Right.
What did he say? Like fuel or diesel?
You send me fuel, money for fuel.
Yeah, you send me fuel money. And there is the money for the bathroom.
Right.
She says his nose job was $7,000. I guess
he got a nose job. I don't know.
Yeah. And she's flipping out. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. You're not taking this seriously. I'm just going to go. Nothing's going to change. And he says, save your power, which I don't know. Save your power for our love. I think he meant passion, like save this passion, freak out for our love. She eventually decides to stay and work on things. She says that it's her hormones that play a role into her being super emotional. And her hormone shots.
Oh,
maybe.
I bet they do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a component.
Sure.
I also think it's probably her personality for sure.
Yes,
that's escalated.
That too.
She says he acts like a child when it comes to intimacy. I think it's her acting like a child.
Yeah,
because she throws tantrums and she wants immediate gratification.
And she's like, let's have sex. I want to have sex now. And he's like,
right now.
I need to this is the thing.
Work up to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the, I am not saying this based on their gender past or whatever at all. But it's almost like their
roles are switched.
Their roles are reversed. Their traditional roles are reversed. She is more, she leads and dominates the relationship, and he is kind of more the feminine energy in the relationship.
Interesting dynamic.
It is an interesting dynamic. So then and she's really, really belittling to him during a confessional when they're talking about their relationship and the sex. And she's like, go away, little child, like, bye, little child, because he has to get up for a second and kind of cool off because she's belittling him about money and intimacy and paying for everything. Yeah. And he gets up and she's like, go away, little child, like, bye, little child.
She's
rude.
Very immature.
Yeah. And
it's weird.
I don't love it because he seems like a nice guy.
He does seem like a nice guy.
He just seems like normal. And anyways, so
Yeah.
then they go to a nice restaurant for dinner, which is also sweet because at first he had reservations over,
Right.
going out, and he is treating her to a very beautiful meal. And she's talking about her insecurities being trans and how she got over those insecurities. And now she's comfortable and proud of being who she is. And if anyone doesn't like it, then they can fuck off. He gets up and like kisses her on the lips to show that he's also proud. A very nice gesture that shows that he's trying. And they're eating. Their meal is insane. They're eating the biggest steak I've ever seen.
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then like a huge side salad and vegetables and potatoes. And I was like, do I get to go to Moldova? Like, what is this restaurant?
Moldovan steak.
Yeah, it's some of the best cows in the world, I've heard, are the Moldovan cows. And then they're having a conversation, and then she's like, I just got clocked. Which I guess means, I didn't know, which I guess means someone thinks she's trans, or someone like is looking at her for being trans.
I think that's what I Googled it. That's what I understood that meaning.
Yes.
And I was
It's like, no.
I think people, because it shows people looking at them, but also they have cameras around them. And she has a ton of makeup and plastic surgery. Like, if I saw her out, I'd be like, what? I would probably look for a second and be like, oh, what an interesting human.
100%.
And why are there cameras? Are they famous?
Yeah, she has like butt length blonde extensions, hot pink lipstick, tons of eye makeup on.
She doesn't blend in.
Clear blue
with the people there.
Eyes, lasered clear blue eyes. She's wearing like black leather. Eating a gigantic steak. I would be like, what's going on over here?
I would be looking.
Cameras around her.
I'd be like, what's that person do? Who is she?
Yeah, like
what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I would assume she was famous or something is what I would assume. I wouldn't be like, that person's trans because I'm not a psycho.
Yeah.
I would just be like, what's happening over here?
What's happening over there?
Yeah. Anyways, then we finally meet the one of what could be one of the most interesting people on 90 Day of All Time, Clayton. Do you want to get into Clayton?
Clayton. Okay. Clayton is a new couple. We've got Clayton. He is 30. He is from Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah. He is a cybersecurity analyst.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is Annalie.
Yes.
Spelled Anali. Anal I.
Anal I.
How it's spelled.
Yeah.
So he has 2 guinea pigs, which is shocking because I thought he had way more. In the preview, it just showed guinea pigs.
Yeah, he looked like he had 1,000 guinea pigs.
It did. He only has 2.
Yeah.
Their names are Baby and Chocolate.
Yes.
They're good names. Good names. He dresses them in costumes.
Oh. Like one of them's like a fireman. Like he has tons of costumes. There's like a whole montage of him putting the things in different costumes. Yeah. I will say before we get to the dogs, which are also excellent, he tells us about the different noises that guinea pigs make.
Yes.
He says that if they're hungry, they make a week, 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 week. Yeah, that was more like it. Week, week, week noise. And then when one dominates the other, which I assume means like a horny thing. I don't know. That's
so.
They purr.
Yeah.
Ooh, Melissa.
Wee.
There. Martin's never gonna join OnlyFans if you can make those noises.
You gotta keep them interested.
Yeah.
He also has 2 chihuahuas named Coco and Buster,
and they're like elderly chihuahuas too.
Yeah.
And one of them is super mean, and he also puts them. Like one of them's in like a beret and a little hat, and they do not seem to like clothes as most chihuahuas don't.
They're not excited about it.
No.
And then we come to the walk-in closet where his mother lives.
Oof.
in a walk-in closet. She says it's a perfect mom-sized bedroom.
I'm going to tell my mom she should live in a walk-in closet. It's
mean,
perfect for moms.
A bed fits in there. She's got some stuff in there.
I don't know if it's a bed. I don't think it's like, it's smaller than a twin. I don't think it's like I don't even know what kind of mattress it is.
Twin it's not a.
I think it's smaller than a twin.
It might be like a futon.
I think it's like a futon
or a blow up mattress.
Yeah, or like a I don't even know.
Foam pad.
Yeah.
Type thing.
And I looked, she was reading the Bible, which is also dark. She was reading like a highlighted, post-it noted Bible.
Oh, no. Well,
yeah.
Apparently it was, it's supposed to be a temporary living situation, but she's been there for 3 years.
That's so scary.
And she's saving up money to eventually move out on her own.
Okay, Harry Potter.
At some point, yeah, she said when they were looking for an apartment, they found this apartment. It's a 1-bedroom
appointment.
Why do I keep saying that? Appointment. And she, like, they saw the closet, was like, oh, this is perfect. We'll take it. Okay.
So fucking weird.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, there's some bedrooms in New York that are like that size.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a big closet, but it's big enough for
it's about
her
as
to lie down
wide
in.
as a twin
As your mama.
bed. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So then the mom is also a hoarder.
Yeah, they're going through her stuff and she's like, oh, this is my box full of corks. Aren't all these corks
collection.
amazing? Yeah.
Why does she have it?
Also, is she an alcoholic? Why else are you saving, what are they, corks from wine, I assume?
I guess.
Yeah.
And she like his
she
apartment
saves
is
VHSs?
Yeah. Well,
VHS
that I understand. Those are going to come in handy when the apocalypse
comes?
Yeah. That's why I keep old TV guides. I have a stack of old TV guides.
Oh, that's good.
Something to read.
That's good. Well,
and they're like trying to clean up stuff because that apartment is a disaster. And this girl is coming, Annalie's coming there like soon. And
yeah.
So they're like going through all this stuff. And the son's
crazy
like,
because half the living room is for the guinea pigs.
It's like gates.
The guinea pigs are not in a cage. They're in like an enclosure that's half
you would use
the
for like
living
puppies
room.
or kittens.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of big. I mean, it's nice to give them that much space.
They're like rabbit-sized guinea pigs.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big guinea pigs.
So like you do need, you don't want to keep them.
No, but they're large.
But they're large. Yeah, they're large. But they're going through all this stuff and Clayton finds like there's a box of like cereal bars. Oh, yeah. And he's like, do you really need this? Like, when did you buy this? She's like, oh, I got those like 3 months ago. And he's like, they're 2 years old, expired.
As I will say, like, my dad does stuff like that. I feel like that's such an old person thing where when I go over, my dad will like be like, do you want some of this? And I'll be like, check the expiration date. Because I know that expired a long time ago. I don't think old people believe in expiration dates.
Well, those are just suggestions.
They're suggestions.
Some things you don't need to throw away. Yeah, I will eat things after expiration date. Not like anything.
I think a study came out that expiration dates for a lot of things are kind of suggestions.
Especially like dried, canned food, like granola bars, cereal bars.
Yeah, I mean, she's right. She should keep those.
It's probably still good. It's probably still good. The airtight, probably good.
Yeah.
But then, so they're like, well, we got to move stuff to the storage unit.
Which is
and
scary.
They go to the storage unit. They open it up, and it's
filled
just
to the
stuff.
Brim.
It's
filled
packed
to the brim. Yeah, it is like storage ward's nightmare. Yeah.
Like it's just, what is in there? It's probably just a bunch of junk.
Crap. Yeah, it's
just a bunch
I don't
of junk.
even know how. Yeah, it's insane.
And then Annalie they FaceTime Annalie, and he's like, "Oh, we're just cleaning up, moving stuff to the storage unit." It's like there's no room.
And then he goes somewhere else to talk to her, and he does this run. For some reason, he runs to go talk to her at a different location so his mom can't hear. It is the goofiest ass run I've ever seen in my life. And also, like, why are you running?
Run.
Oh my God, I was dying. You have to watch him run. I was like, first of all, why are you running? And it was just so funny. You never run. Unless you're a sprinter, don't run.
Don't run.
Because you're going to look embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. Running is... I'll see myself playing basketball and I'm like, stop doing that.
Oh,
what are you doing with your body? You look so
no
weird.
one looks cool when you run.
Okay. So then he's taking his guinea pigs to the vet for a checkup because he goes, twice a year?
Every 6 months, which is a lot, I feel
Which is
like.
very responsible of him to do that. He's a good guinea pig dad.
He's a good owner, yeah.
And then he says,
Oh my
just
God,
like out of nowhere to the vet, he's like, my fiance is eating a guinea pig in Peru. And the
I
vet's
would
like,
call 911 if I was the vet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. I don't know. Great. But that reminded me, when I went to Peru, I went to Lima when Martin was shooting Blind Spot at Machu Picchu.
Ooh.
We went to a restaurant where they served guinea pig.
Apparently it's a delicacy there.
I didn't eat it.
Yeah.
Martin did.
Oof. What do you
I was
think?
just not. I mean, I normally eat weird stuff, but I don't know. I was like, I don't want
can't.
to.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I don't want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
He said it was fine.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
don't know.
I gotta make sure that when my girlfriend comes that she doesn't eat the guinea pigs or want to eat the guinea pigs. The vet's like, cool.
It's like us going to like a farm and like seeing cows and being like, tasty.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't. No one does that.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So he's a gamer, which makes a lot of
is.
sense.
Of course
a lot of
he
sense.
is. Yeah.
He said, I didn't Google what game he was playing, but he said he's played 20,000 hours on the current game.
Which is 20, like 2 years or something?
2 and something years
That's
of this
insane.
game.
But I've probably spent that long on Twitter.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't really.
Yeah.
If I was to add up like on my phone all the times, I would. I don't know what I would. Yeah.
It's best to never know.
Yeah.
But he's gaming with his best friend Cameron of 13 years. They've never met in person. They met online playing video games and they talk every day, but they've never met in person.
And they're both in America, it seems, right? They didn't say that he was not in America, Cameron.
Yeah,
right?
he had an English accent. I wonder where maybe he lives across the country.
Yeah.
What if he lives like
bizarre.
an hour away?
It kind of like seemed that way. It was like, with our schedules, we just haven't had time to meet up. And I'm like, what is happening here? It's your best friend.
But yeah, he said he spends a lot of hours on his computer because he's a whole cybersecurity analyst.
Yeah, and then plays video games. He's
So he's
and he
on
doesn't
his
want to leave
computer.
his room because
Right.
the rest of his house is so hectic.
Yeah, it smells like guinea pigs. His mom's in the
Yeah.
closet. I don't know. But then, so Annalie, his girlfriend / fiance, he hasn't proposed to her yet.
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
Yeah.
She's in Peru and they met. Wait, how did they meet?
On a language app.
Right. A language app.
And they met in person. Like they met when he was in Peru
He
or
flew
something.
there to meet her.
Yeah. And they were together for a
something.
few days and really loved each other or something.
Yes, but her dad does not know that he exists.
Which is bizarre. Because
'Cause
I guess
she's
she and the dad are
flying.
very close.
Yeah, and she's flying to Kentucky soon.
Yeah, to live there. It makes no
So,
sense.
Yeah. And that's kind of where we left. Where that ends.
Yeah. And then we have Gino and Jasmine.
Oh boy.
Jasmine is having an allergy attack.
She is
And
itching.
She's itching, and you can see it in the show. Like she's
It's
red
red.
and itchy and swollen. But she posted a photo of herself in urgent care, and her face is like swollen as hell.
Yeah, she is.
She's allergic to something. So I guess she also got a rash similar to this when she was in Panama, and the doctor said that she has dermatitis. Jasmine is saying that it's because of how Gino's house is, that it's like dirty and dusty and that there's black mold in the bathroom. But dermatitis, that's not.
No, I had
it
that
flares up
after I gave birth. Remember, I had it under my eyes, like my face was all red and scaly, and they're like, it's just dermatitis. It just comes and goes, whatever.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of it's like weather.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going from extreme hot to fucking freezing, like no humidity in the winter, just the heat on, it fucks up your skin.
Freezing. Right. Exactly. And also, if you have sensitive skin, now she has like probably new detergents that she, just a whole bunch, and new allergies. Like she's probably around like new trees in the Midwest that she didn't have before. There's a million reasons.
You're going to have itchy skin. It's not because of the black mold. Well, I mean, he could have black mold. Who knows?
Right. But so Gino is like, I think it's from, what did you eat? And Jasmine's like, I don't have food allergies. It's not from something I ate. And Gino's like, well, you ate some almonds. It's probably from the almonds. And Jasmine's like, I'm not allergic to almonds, so I wouldn't have an allergic reaction to almonds. Yeah. And Gino's like, well, I'm just going to go check the bag of almonds just to see what's in it. I would have been so upset.
It's not the fucking almond. Yeah. I'm not fucking allergic to almond. He's like, well, I'm gonna go, what's in this bag of raw almonds? It's just almonds, bro. It's just almonds.
He's insistent that her allergy attack is from the almonds that she's not allergic to. Yeah. And he's like, well, you ate the whole bag. Maybe that's why you're having this reaction. She's like, it's not fucking the almonds. So anyways, they have to go to urgent care, and she gets a bunch of shots, and I guess it helps. Who knows what really prompted it?
Maybe Benadryl shots or something?
Steroids, probably.
Oh, steroids. Oh.
Yeah, I think probably steroids, because I've had to get steroids for really bad allergies before. So then she's like, we need to change the pillows. And I mean, if you do have a legitimate dust allergy,
you should change the pillows.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more like nasal sneezing congestion than hives. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not an allergist. So she is that what it was? They go to an outlet store. It's a B2 outlet store.
B2, baby.
What is that like?
There's one in,
you know what that is?
There's one in, I think Ashmont, outside of Kalamazoo. It's just an outlet store where it's just like, just a ton, everything you could need is there.
I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like, is this a Ross or something? It looked like something kind of like a Ross.
Similar to a Ross.
Yeah. And she talks to the woman who works there, who is one of those women who's like, what the fuck? How am I getting involved in this 90-Day Fiance universe? She's like this old sweet lady with like really short hair. And Jasmine asks, how often... She's like, you know about this stuff. And the woman's like, okay.
You know about pillows.
You know about pillows. Jasmine asks how often you should change your pillow. Not your pillowcase, your physical pillow. And the woman says every 6 months. Do you change your pillow every 6 months?
I will say that growing up as a kid, I had the same pillow for probably 20 years.
I was going to say, right?
And the current pillow that I have, because it's hard to find a pillow that you really like. You can't just be totally. Every time you buy a pillow, you gotta like, you break it
Try it, test it. Yeah.
I like a really soft pillow that you
Me
can mush.
too. And those are impossible to find.
You can't. I've bought a couple of them. And the one I have now, because I don't know what, my cat peed on it. That's what happened. And I was like, oh my God, that was my favorite pillow. But I had to get a new one. I got one. There's like feathers in it, and it's so loud. I'm like, I hate this pillow. I need to find a new pillow. It's
impossible. No. I have not. And also, pillows can be expensive. If you get like a nice pillow, I'm not going to get a new pillow every 6 months.
You could. There's like, especially the
there's
the
like
memory
$80
foam
pillows.
Memory
Yeah.
foam pillows are expensive. You're not gonna fucking replace that. That's insane.
Yeah, pillowcase, I understand. Pillow, you're crazy for that one, Jasmine.
But even though pillowcase, I mean, if you just wash it.
yeah, just wash it. I don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah, I
but
had the same bedding and same sheets my entire life until I moved out of my parents' house, and I
yeah.
kept it still.
Me too. Yeah, 100%. To this day, you still sleep.
I sleep. It's got holes in it. There's stains in it.
It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, she makes him get new pillows, and then they FaceTime her son, Fiance, because his birthday is coming up. He's going to be 10 years
Or no, I
old.
think he's 10, gonna be 11. I think.
Oh,
I don't remember. I wrote down 10 years old, but I don't know if that was. Well, either way, he's 10 or 11.
One of those. Yeah, his birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
And she's crying because she's afraid that she's messed him up or is going to mess him up because she's in America, etc. But it's like you didn't have custody when you were in Panama. You only saw him every once in a while for like ice cream and for fun. So it would be hard to imagine how you would really mess him up by being away.
Yeah, I
It's still
wonder
kind of-
what the. I mean, we have no idea what their custody arrangement is, or how often.
Yeah.
or even if the dad would allow them to come to America.
Well, right.
Like,
that
we don't
too.
know that.
Yeah, and also since she has a visa, I believe she can travel back and forth, I think, because she has her American visa now.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think
So
that's
she
how it
can
works.
visit. I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
she's just flipping out. I mean, I get it, but so they're planning a birthday party for Fiance, which is sweet. I assume she's helping the dad and whoever to plan. And he says he wants a football, aka soccer cake and soccer themed birthday. And then Jasmine's like, when you move to America, we're going to decorate a room for you.
Yeah.
And she shows him like sheets and bedding. And I'm like, are they buying it now? Like, what's going on?
What? That's weird. Here, we'll
Yeah,
get
she's
this
like-
for you when you come here. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And
And I guess it's called the K2 visa when you bring your family over.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's like, I want to bring them over on the K2 visa.
Okay.
I was like, I like it that they just like add
Does
one
Gino
number.
have enough bedroom? How big
Right.
is his house?
Or money? I don't think you can keep bringing people over and sponsor them if you don't have a job.
Right, because he doesn't have a fucking job.
Right.
Yeah.
And then next week is the lip gloss cheating
yeah.
scandal.
Lip gloss
where
in the
Jasmine
car.
finds lip gloss in the car.
What the fuck
So-
is this?
What the fuck is this? You're cheating. No, I'm not.
Ugh. Can't wait.
So that's their story for this week. And then we have Nick and Devin, Piggy and Devin.
No.
Oh, I mean Piggy and Nick.
Piggy and Nick. So there was an article that came out about
Yeah.
her face and her speech and her jaw,
Yeah.
because everyone was
Because
like,
people were saying she's slow.
right, and she was like, what the fuck, that's not. She says she has TMJ, TMG,
Too much good times.
too much good times. She has TMJ.
Yeah.
And she was off of her meds, which is why her speech is odd, I guess. And
Yeah.
TMJ is when your jaw.
Locks up and
Locks
like you
up?
grind it. Yeah.
And it seemed like, seeing her speak, it's like, oh yeah, maybe her jaw was a little tight.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
she did say that also she was super exhausted, she said.
Yes.
And she said that she had been binge drinking throughout the season because she had such bad anxiety about
Yeah.
being. So
Yeah.
I think it was the combination between being a little wastoid, tired, and TMJ that made her seem a little.
And also, like, on her Instagram, she looks very different.
Well, she said she gained like 30 pounds or something during filming
Yeah,
because she was
just
binge
there.
drinking and eating.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
it seemed-
But yeah, she looks
doesn't.
so
I don't think she's a
different.
temperament to be on TV. I think she has too much
Yeah.
anxiety to be on TV.
Yeah. So yeah, they're eating street food. They go out to eat and they're eating the spicy chicken and they just have sauce all over their mouths.
Yeah, I'm like, bros, wipe your mouths. Like, do you not realize you're on video and you have sauce all over your face?
Yeah,
like
it's-
enjoy your food, but also
Yeah.
Nasty.
And then so Nick's telling her about his parents because they're traveling to meet his parents.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, yeah, my dad's not friendly and my mother is like a serious career woman.
Yeah,
Cool.
so scary. And he keeps also repeating like they're probably not going to like you, or I'm really worried they want. And I was like, that's not a way to boost someone's confidence about meeting your parents.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Like,
At
I
least
don't
pretend.
Yeah. And then he has special rules for her. You can't look at the parents when drinking. You have to grab your drinks with both hands.
That was really crazy to me. Not the drink thing, but the eye contact, because in America, we're taught to maintain eye contact, to be polite.
Yes.
And it would be so hard or like counterintuitive to think, like don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
I would think I was being rude.
I
It
know.
Would just
I
be
would
hard
feel
to
weird.
learn. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, what's her outfit?
Yeah, so she's picking out outfits or showing him different outfits to wear to meet the parents, and they're all jeans and t-shirts and a blazer, which is fine. She looked nice.
Yeah.
But if I knew I was meeting parents who were very strict and had high standards for femininity and were like traditional in terms of what a wife should be.
Yeah. I'd wear a dress, something
I would be
nicer.
decked out.
No jeans.
I would be decked out.
Yeah.
It was just, and I would come with a gift. She also didn't come with a gift, which was interesting. I noticed.
Yeah.
I have a gift almost
flowers.
every time I come to my boyfriend's house. Not
bring
my
your-
boyfriend's house. No, to see my.
I was like, wow.
When I go to my boyfriend's house, my presence is the
Wow.
present. No, but if I see my boyfriend's mom, like I'll always bring like a flowers or like something,
Yeah.
just because I think it's polite.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I won't do it forever for perpetuity, but like if if we're doing something,
just
I'll bring
meeting
I'll
them
bring
for the
something.
first time.
Yeah, bring
Just like
something.
Just even like a little flower thing.
Yeah, or like
anything.
chocolate, or
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, whatever's customary. Ask
Yeah.
your boyfriend, or maybe it's not customary there. Maybe
Right.
it's weird. I don't
You're
know.
not
Maybe
supposed to look at them.
Seems desperate or something.
When I was in Japan, when you like tip people, or
Yeah.
like when you want like tipping drivers or tipping like people at restaurants, it's like we had to look up how to do it because you have to like you put the money in an envelope.
Oh,
And you have the money with two hands and you hand it over.
you like bow?
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
You
it's probably
can't just
crass
you can't
to
just give cash to people there. It's like rude.
Yeah, I would
They're
imagine.
like, how do we
that's
tip people? What do we?
You know what's interesting? I really want to go to Japan so bad.
It's amazing.
And I was looking at I'm going to mispronounce it. Royken?
Tokyo?
The Tokyo? Japan?
Oh, Ryokan?
Ryokan. A lot of them you can't go if you have tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, there's rules against tattoos because of the Yakuza. So they don't let people with tattoos into a lot of the spas and the like natural springs.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so if you have tattoos, you have to wear a full length like bathing suit
Whoa.
and cover all your tattoos. There's some that allow tattoos, but you have to look beforehand about the
interesting.
etiquette of going. Otherwise, you'll be like turned away.
Oh, I have a tattoo on my foot, ankle foot.
Yeah, you'd have to. I don't even know what you
They
do for
didn't
that
say anything
location.
about that.
Well,
I'm sure
good.
they were talking shit behind my back. Like,
Yeah, they're probably scared of you. Yeah, maybe they thought it was a birthmark.
yeah, because it is. Who knows what that is? A terrible tattoo. Okay.
I have a weird one on my ankle too. Did I ever tell you that?
Wait, which have I seen it?
I don't know. Probably not. But I tried to stick and poke myself.
No.
I probably won't be. And I had to stop because it hurt too bad. So now I just have a weird half shape on my ankle that I just like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to
Here, I'll
continue
show my-
tattooing it.
That's an upside down Michigan outline.
Oh yeah, looks good.
Wait, what's yours? A heart?
No, it's just a little triangle.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what I was going to do with it. I can't even remember at this point. I think I was just trying to do different abstract shapes, and I was like, nope.
Nope. That's
just make it like the AA symbol.
It's just a needle and ink.
And you dip it in ink. Yeah, my fingers are all stick and poke. I did those myself.
Oh.
And then I have a stick and poke on my back, which also really hurt.
Oh.
I'm hardcore, baby.
Damn. Were you in prison?
Yeah.
Your prison tats? You learned that in the clink?
Yeah, in the clink.
That's cool. Okay. 90 Day the Other Way, Season 5, Episode 18.
That's crazy.
The XX XY Files. I looked up last season. I'm like, how many episodes were last season in The Other Way? There were only 16, including the 2 reunion episodes.
God, why are there so many episodes
I don't know.
this season? It's just, I don't see any end in sight.
It just keeps going. I mean, so much shit keeps happening.
Yeah.
So, Shekinah and Sarper. Sarper. Oh, yeah. What is that picture you sent me? This, like, cartoon.
Oh, yeah. What? Did I send that to the group, or did I send, who did I send that to?
Was it
He
to
looks like, it's like some kid's show. He looks like...
Oh my God, there's so many texts.
We have too many texts.
Scroll.
It's like BB facial, BB glow facial.
See ya.
Maybe it wasn't this text. Or was
Dr.
it? Was it just to you?
Oh, was it?
See ya.
See ya.
Maddie. Fuck.
Did you send it? Was it an Instagram message?
This is
because I don't see it in
the biggest conspiracy.
I don't see it in the text.
Maybe it's just to you. Oh, maybe Maybe I tagged you on Twitter in it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This is funny.
Let's see.
How do I even find that?
Fisher. Wait, here's a tag. No, that was Mary Cosby's son from Real Housewives.
Fuck.
This is from Rich. Yes, here it is.
Okay, great.
Lazy Town TV show character Robbie Rotten.
Yeah.
Which is...
Google it if you don't know. That's what Sarper looks like.
Looks just like him.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's exactly... The hair. That's what his hair looks like, which is so insane.
It's like weird Lego hair or something.
I don't understand it. It's like plastic.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
Anyway... Where were we?
It's crazy.
Okay, yes.
Who knows?
Okay, so they are at Sarper's family's place. It's a holiday called Hiderella's.
That's exactly how they pronounce it, I think.
Hiderella's holiday in Turkey to celebrate the spring. How wonderful. They write wishes on paper in it. They bury them in the ground.
Yeah.
Is that
it's cute? You know what's funny is that a lot of religions, honestly, are so similar to like witchcraft and like paganism.
Right.
Like that seems like a witchcraft thing. Is like you write some sort of manifestation and then bury it.
Yeah. Interesting. So you meet his family. They're all nice. He was an only child, so he grew up with like his cousins, like they were brothers and sisters. He has a cousin named Sarp.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Because is this
how does that even happen?
Sarper, or is it?
I think it's just Sarp.
Sarp.
Or unless maybe they.
I think they just call him
abbreviate it.
Sarp. Maybe?
Yeah, so it's not confusing.
Yeah, interesting to name your child the same thing as your sibling's child or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if that like started some sort of rivalry. Like, oh, can't even have my own name.
Can't even have my own name. Yes, he's a very cute niece.
Oh, she's so sweet. And he's actually really sweet with her.
Yeah.
He like he talks really softly and he like kisses her on the forehead. It's like, have you seen the sheep? Which is funny considering how he talks and treats women. I'm like, you understand your niece is going to grow up to be a woman.
That is interesting.
I'm like, would you want someone to talk to your niece that way?
Right.
Call them weird. A bitch and a slut.
A bitch and a slut.
Yeah.
So the family's asking Shekinah about having kids, if she would ever want to have another child with Sarper. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I've done that. Been there, done that. And then Sarper is like, well, do you want to change the subject? And we're like, they're like, okay, sure.
Awkward.
And so on these pieces of paper that you write your wishes on, we see Sarper draws a stick figure. And then next to the stick figure is a smaller stick figure. They're holding hands. And you're like,
and then a heart.
And then a heart. And you're like, what is this? What is happening?
So
and like she kind of looks over and is like, like kind of gives him a smile. And you're like, what's
going on?
What's happening, guys? Is there something we don't know? So it turns out that Sarper has a son.
I knew it. It's not
You
how I
predicted
thought
it.
he did. Yeah.
Right.
It's not how I thought, but I knew he must have had a kid.
Yes. You predicted that he had a kid currently in his life that he knows. 'Cause
Yeah.
his apartment was had a
Kid-like.
gaming room set up.
Yeah.
Very kid-like.
I thought he currently had a kid, but he does have a child from
He has
a
a
past.
child who is a son who is now either 24 or 25. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He went to Russia when he was 18 and he slept with a Russian lady
yeah.
a bunch. It was 1998.
1998.
Yeah, summer vacation.
Summer 1998.
That was when did Jurassic Park? Oh, that was 94.
I was going to say
Wasn't it
1998 feels like a good year.
That was-
Things
see.
that happened in 1998.
You got SLC Punk. You got Buffalo 66.
Oh, the Lewinsky scandal.
Oh, that was 98?
Oh my God, 98. Okay, Lewinsky scandal. Viagra gets approved for erectile dysfunction.
Night at the Roxbury comes out.
Wow. This is huge. What a
Wow.
big year.
Wow. The
Paula
movie
Jones.
Splice.
Wow.
Armageddon? Oh, come on. Wow. 98 was a good year. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Oh, Waterboy. The Faculty.
Wikipedia.
Disturbing Behavior. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean, what
How
a
lucky.
year.
The Wedding Singer. Can Hardly Wait. Wow.
A Bug's Life.
Wow. Rushmore. Oh my God. One of my favorite movies. The Truman Show. What are we
Yeah.
doing?
This is crazy.
Is this the best year ever for cinema?
yeah?
Parent Trap.
What incarnation?
You've got Mail. Oh my God. So anyway, Sarper was in Russia. Having
I'm gonna add Sarper birthed a child to this Wikipedia page for the year 1998.
Great. Sarper birthed a child. No last name, no context.
Edited. Sarper
Edited.
birthed a child.
So he was just having sex with this lady.
Yeah.
He said they were just having tons and tons of sex.
Vacation sex.
Vacation sex. Apparently her intention was to have a child, but he did not
Know that. Yeah.
know that. And then 3 months later, he gets an email that saying she is pregnant.
Yeah, because there's no cell phones or anything like that.
Right, 98. There's
Yeah.
email. That's like new email. That's like AOL.
Yeah, it's like Alta Vista. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he has Hotmail or
Yeah, something like that.
something like that.
Like Sarper69 at hotmail.com.
Yeah. So she was like, you don't have any obligation to this child. Just wanted to let you know. And he was like, okay, sweet. Like, of course, he
Yeah.
was 18. He was like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, he said he was afraid that if he was involved, that one day
Right.
she might just like leave the kid with him and he'd have no idea
Right.
what to do.
So he kind of like chose to just ignore it
Yeah.
and
Forget about it.
Forgot about it. And then he says that he no longer has access to that email.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know her last name.
Yeah, he's never known her last name. He only knows
He
her
knows
first name.
a first name, and it's Svetlana or the most whatever Russian name.
Yeah, it could be anyone.
It could be literally anyone. It could be anyone.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think he has any chance of finding that kid.
He's got to do 23andMe.
Oh, that's what he's got to do.
23andMe. That's your only chance.
Yeah.
You got to find some distant relative and then you figure it out.
Go back from there. Yeah.
I could figure it out.
Yeah, I know. Just get Melissa on the case.
Give me your
Melissa,
blood.
We gotta. Yeah,
give it to me.
Give us your blood.
I'll figure it. Do you say I commented on his Instagram? I was like, do 23andMe, bro.
Oh no,
because he posted an Instagram thing that was like, help me find my son.
Oh, shut up. Well, actually, that's a good way to do it. Although a lot of people are going to come and be like, I'm your son. He's going to have to do a paternity
do
testing.
a DNA test.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, is that why he's on the show? To find his child?
Oh, maybe. That's kind of
Because
interesting.
he like really wants to have a child with Shekinah.
I'm gonna respond and be like, I am your child.
I am your child.
I'm actually a girl.
24.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's the problem. I can't pass for 24. Fuck.
Okay, so yeah, they finally got a new bed.
Yeah.
They're talking about having kids still, and Sarper is mad that she doesn't want to have another kid.
Yeah.
And Sarper wants his family name to live on. Is that the only reason? Is that the only reason you want to have a kid? Is just to have your family name live on? Like, who gives a shit?
Weird. Yeah, it's so weird.
But on their first date, Shekinah said that she didn't want any more children.
Yeah.
And then this is nuts.
Yeah, this is but I'm sure so common. I'm sure very common.
And Sarper agreed with her. Was like, yeah, we don't want to have kids. And then he said to her, I only said that because I wanted to fuck you.
Like, and he literally said that out loud to her.
Like, you admit it? You admit that you did that?
Oh my God, he admitted.
Oh, he admitted it. He admitted it. You have to marry your mother.
Yeah.
Marry your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But he just said that to
crazy.
her. And she's like,
I'm sure,
what the fuck, dude? Like, that's insane.
What's crazy is that, like, then she tries to understand what he's saying. She's like, okay, so, but then when you had started getting feelings for me, then you changed your mind?
And he was he's like, yes.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like, no, this bro always wanted to have kids one day. He just wanted to
don't
fuck
try
you,
to,
so he said
like,
whatever.
make this seem better.
Yeah,
it's like, very uncomfortable. And like, can you imagine if he had a kid? He wouldn't do anything. Shekinah would be taking care of the kid. And she's like, I don't want to have a kid because how old's her daughter? Like 16 or something?
Yeah. And she had to raise it alone for her
she's like,
20s and 30s.
All my 20s and 30s raising this kid. I'm finally in my 40s and I just want to live my life. And I can't imagine doing that all over again.
Yeah. And also one thing that killed me is Sarper's like, I posted you on Instagram and I got a new bed. So why can't you give me a kid? And I'm like, putting you on Instagram is equivalent to her having a child for you. Like those are
insane.
Equivalent sacrifices.
I posted you on social media.
Yeah, I made a huge sacrifice so you have a child for me.
Crazy.
Also, I will say, I know a lot of you guys don't watch, but she is really taking advantage, I think, of the fillers that Turkey has to offer.
Oh,
she looks crazier every episode.
She does.
It's funny because her sister is like naturally pretty. Her sister maybe has lip injections. She needs to chill. She's looking bad. It looks bad.
Much.
Yeah, it doesn't look attractive. It looks bad. Sorry.
No.
It's no
cool
bueno.
it. Tone it down.
Tone it down. It's no good. Anyways, then we have Mary and Brandon.
Oh, God.
Mama Brandan is in town in all her redheaded glory. They are at dinner with the Mary's family. They're sauteing frog legs. They're doing their little prank. They tell the mom that they're baby chickens. And she's like, I don't want to eat a baby chicken. Like, I don't want to do that.
You know, that's crazy.
Yeah. And she's like, I'll try, but I don't want to. And then they say, just kidding. They're actually frogs. And she's thrilled.
She's like, oh,
She's like,
great.
oh,
I
thank
don't
God.
give a shit
I
about
love
frogs.
Yeah. And she thinks they're delicious. So, yeah. And Mary's
She's like, it tastes
no.
like chicken.
Yeah. Mary's like, wait, you're eating frogs. Like the prank goes awry because she ends up being happy with it.
She's
And
so
I think
relieved
they're
that she's
bummed.
not eating baby chickens, which is like kind of how I would feel too. I'd be like, I'm not eating a baby chicken. That's weird.
Yeah, I'd be so weirded
I like
out.
a frog leg. Why not?
Yeah. Then they take her to eat Filipino street food.
Oh,
and, yeah. And Brandan starts telling the story about his childhood. He says she's 18 years, or no, what is 8 months? Excuse me. 18 months sober now.
Or was it 8 months? Oh, no, 18 months.
18 months, I think, sober now.
Yes.
And he was saying, as a kid, she started like disappearing from the house more and more and leaving. And then I guess she got like addicted to drugs and alcohol. And then DHS came one day to get them and like put them into foster homes. And
DHS.
Right. So DHS is Homeland Security. So I was like, usually CPS, Child Protective Services, is what
I think he
comes.
maybe said.
Yeah,
or maybe it was like whatever state they were in.
When would DHS come to get kids?
DHS. Department of. Yeah, I think.
Like he must have met CPS
because he said we got taken away. The kids got taken away. So I think it's CPS.
Because people on Reddit were like, what the fuck was she doing that Homeland Security had to come?
Oh, I wonder if it was like the name. What I don't know what state he grew up in. If there's like a name for like the state, like Denver Home Services or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Homeland Security's taking away kids and put them in foster
if
care.
you know anything about it, let us know. Because I think people on Reddit were confused too about.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was just a.
I think he probably said.
Oh, is
meant to
DHS
say.
able to still take your children even without waiting
Still.
for a court case? I don't know.
Was she like
What is-
trafficking drugs?
Yeah, I'm like, what does that? Well, anyways,
We
we'll look
don't. They
into
never
it.
say what she was addicted to, right?
No, I'm sure it was probably everything.
Yeah.
Yes, DHS. Wait, is DHS and I don't know. I guess it's not that important. All right. So, anyways, and Mary, as we know from the past, was quote unquote abandoned by her parents. Like they just left her with the grandparents,
Yes.
I believe. And they're all at dinner, and the mom is saying, like, I want you to, to work out. She probably doesn't mean that, but she says, Brandan, you have issues with like rage and codependency, and Mary, you have issues with abandonment and, jealousy. And what will help the both of you is if you do therapy independently and work on your issues so that when you come together, you're even stronger. But if you don't do that, it's not going to be a fair way to raise your child.
She makes a lot of sense.
She's
She's clearly done therapy.
Yeah,
and it's
she's
worked
using
for
her
her.
program tools. I'm sure I don't know if she's in program or not, that's private, but she clearly called her mentor and said, what the fuck do I say to my son? Because I don't know what do I do?
Yeah.
And Mary's actually really sweet about it. She's like, thank you so much for this advice. I've never had anyone who's able to really give me constructive advice or tools before, and it really means a lot to me. I know, it was actually really sad. And you could tell Brandan's mom was kind of moved by it. And it seemed like a positive step forward for them, even though we know now that their relationship is still banana town. They have a picture of their first sonogram, or probably not their first, but their a sonogram.
Yeah, 24 weeks, I think she said.
Yeah. And it has the gender on it of the baby. And the mom says, if it's a boy, then you smash a pie in Brandan's face. And if it's a girl, Brandan, you smash a pie in Mary's face. Because I guess that's a fun thing that they're going to do. And I couldn't tell what kind of pie it was. It was like milk pie or something.
I
It
don't
looked
know,
like-
some sort of...
Yeah, some sort of pie. And it turns out to be a girl. 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 And it turns out to be
Woo!
So Brandan slaps a pie in Mary's face.
Cool.
And
Fun.
that was fun for everyone.
Great.
That poor girl who we don't know if she's ever been born or not because we have not
There are
seen
no
her and don't know the timing.
Photos of what?
I don't know. Maybe
Did
they had
she
to
have
give her
a
away.
baby?
Maybe DHS came.
DHS came.
Yeah, maybe someone came. Anyways, let's get into Holly and Wayne.
Oh boy. This is a dark.
Dark. Yeah.
Dark.
They are on drugs, right? There's no way they're not on drugs.
I don't know. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Holly got something in the mail because she's bored and lonely. It is a mermaid tail that she can wear in the pool.
So weird.
That she can wear because they have a pool in their backyard that I didn't know there was a pool back there.
Yeah, I was like, did you guys get a new house? Is that the same house as always?
I think so. They got they have a pool.
Did you ever watch
Yes.
the document? Okay.
About the mermaids?
Yeah, God, what was it called? It's this documentary about
The Little Mermaid.
have you seen that documentary, The Little Mermaid? It's about this mermaid, she becomes human. It's this documentary about people who are like professional mermaids at like aquariums and parties and things like that.
Yes.
And it's so weird. It's a very
people?
apparently I can't
Is it mer people?
It's a very competitive industry is all I remember from that.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have to like hold your breath for like 6 minutes at a time in freezing cold water.
Yeah, I think Mer People on Netflix from May this year. Was it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been I don't know. Maybe. Huh. There's like schools and like professional teachers who teach you how to be a
yeah.
And I guess the good ones make a lot of money and the other ones kind of I don't know.
Oof.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyways, good for Holly.
Yeah, good for Holly. She got a mermaid tail. And like Wayne comes home and is like, sees her in the backyard and is like, what are you doing? And she's like, I got a mermaid tail. I'm bored and lonely. This makes me happy. It's like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's been
so
there
fucking
for, did they say 4 months now?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know that she's ever left the house.
It doesn't seem like it. Well, Wayne said she's not allowed to leave the house for the first 6 months or something, right?
Right. So like, I don't
You
understand why
trapped her
he's
inside?
getting mad at her. Like, cause she's depressed. She wants to go home. Cause Wayne
Of
sometimes
course.
works 12 hours.
Yeah, and then there's power blackouts, so she's in the dark for like 5 hours at a time.
They show her painting a book cover.
Yeah, okay, so she says, I've been painting whatever I can just to pass the boredom. And at first they show a like wardrobe that has like a Mona Lisa or something on it, and it actually looked really good. There's no way Holly painted that, right?
I don't know.
I was like,
don't
Holly's not a
think so.
good painter, right?
No, she's painting this like book of
She's
like
painting a
spells
book.
or
Yeah,
something.
it looks like a book of shadows. Yeah, she's painting her grimoire.
Yeah, and then the load shedding, the power goes out, and she's like, sometimes they only have 5 hours of power a day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking rough.
Yeah.
And she wants to move back home.
So what do you do with food in the fridge?
You must have like an
Backup
ice
generator?
box,
I don't
maybe.
know.
But remember, he comes home and he's like mad at her. He's like, I've told you how to fix it. You just go in here and you turn on these things. So I'm assuming they have a backup generator, but she just doesn't know how to turn it on.
Know. She probably can't find it in the dark. They need some the goggles, the infrared whatever goggles, night vision goggles.
But yeah, he comes home from work and she's like, I want to move back to America. And he's like, I can't go to America. Like, I can't work. My job's here. My home's here. Like, I just can't. And he's like, well, you haven't even given it a try here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that she's gone out and explored.
Right. But also, is there stuff to explore?
I would assume so.
Where are they again? I always forget.
They're in South Africa, but
Okay, I always think it's New Zealand for some reason.
But
Yeah,
I don't know
there's parts of
what-
South Africa that are beautiful, right?
yeah, I don't know what city they're in or whatever. Like, it's go and explore. Like, it's not fucking dangerous during the daytime. You're not gonna like get murdered or something. Just like,
I don't know.
who knows?
He makes
but
it
just
seem
like
that
go
way.
out and like, and he's like, you haven't made friends or whatever, and
Yeah, she should go on Bumble BFF for
Bumble
South
BFF.
Africa. Yeah,
But I think
that's a good way to do it.
she wants to go back to America.
Yeah, she probably will, I assume.
Yeah.
Then finally, there's Kenny and Armando. They're meeting with a potential surrogate. She seems really sweet. Apparently, women in Mexico are judged for being surrogates, and it's not a very common thing because it's like, why would you have a child and then give it up? I guess is the stigma around it. And the surrogate's like, no, it's a gift that I can give to someone else. And if people aren't okay with it, then they can just take a hike.
They can go fuck off.
Yeah, they can go fuck off. And they all hug and everyone's crying. And she seems like that she's maybe going to be the surrogate that they choose, but we'll see.
She seems nice.
Surrogate different from egg donor.
Right. They're getting an egg
it took me a
donor.
second to realize.
Yeah, she'll just be
So they have to get egg
carrying-
donor and a surrogate.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, expensive. Anyways, that is it
That's all.
for this episode. If you have any opinions on if your man looks at porn versus OnlyFans, and if you know anything about DHS versus CPS, please call and let us know. We contain multitudes. I am Allie Siegel,
I am Melissa Stettin.
and that's all, folks. Bye.
Oh, it's another 90 day fiance, baby. Oh, it's another 90 day fiance.
Powered by Acast.